Hey guys, Chris and Gina here. We are here with Tim and his beautiful family at the farm.
Ooh.
If you guys don't know anything about Tim, where can we find you online?
On Facebook at The Farm Home Hunt, Instagram, The Farm Hunt, and Twitter, The Farm Hunt.
Cool, and you have your backstory and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah,
Pictures and
pictures,
stuff?
backstory, pictures of the building past years.
Nice, yeah. So today he's going to take us around the farm and we're going to look at how you construct stuff, where you get stuff from, any tips and tricks that you can show.
This cost me nothing. This is all old fence boards that I got off of Craigslist. So constructed that. Yeah,
now is that an operational outhouse?
It could be. I don't know, my neighbors would appreciate it.
Did you age that skeleton? Put a little stain on him?
We stained it, and he actually talks. This is one of our make and takes we did with cow hunts.
Okay.
And so he'll be greeting people as they come up.
Did you add any kind of aging to that wood?
Nope, these were fence boards someone's throwing away.
And they had.
That I was able to get for free. So,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
It already had all the
Tina's
natural
already all
stuff.
there.
How tall is this facade? Do you know? Is it like 12?
12 feet.
Yeah?
Yeah. This breaks down into 4 pieces. It splits in the middle, and the top 2 pieces come off so it can store it. I store everything here, so we gotta make sure it fits.
Yeah, that's some stuff.
Oh, I see. It's 2x4 frame.
Yeah, it's really heavy. That's before I built this before I knew there was other haunters, and so about building stuff light, I mean it works. It doesn't move when it's windy.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's important.
I like your little 1x3.
That was all the way down the center.
Okay.
Just to keep the plastic up so it
Yeah.
didn't catch water, and I just ran the wires through that and put, it's just regular power strips all the way down the center for each room, and I'll just plug in there.
That's really smart.
What was it, 2 Sundays ago, the haunt was actually about 12 feet closer to the street. Wind came, knocked about 4 walls down into it, so it kind of shifted the whole thing, destroyed a bunch of stuff. So the haunt got smaller, but actually I like it better.
Yeah.
This is what we kind of just had to cobble together after it all blew down.
That's just OSB, huh?
It's just OSB, yeah.
Is that wall the same type of material? It's just turned around the other way?
That is actually Luan.
I love how you have a lot of the artwork and stuff like that from other haunts passed on.
Apple. There's OPG haunt went to last night. And then
That's cool.
I'm a big fan of knots, so we have
some souvenirs from other haunts. That's really cool.
What is your method for corpsing?
I bought this at a garage sale.
Oh, you
this was
did?
actually,
Are you serious?
This was in CSI.
Oh,
And
wow.
so yeah, I'm always searching Craigslist for Halloween,
Yeah.
and if they say garage sale Halloween stuff, I'll go and
Yeah.
and pick as much up as I can. But we just webcasted it. So.
Very cool.
Yeah, my dad actually built this when I was probably his age.
Oh my goodness. And you
Really?
Yeah.
How
So,
awesome.
What card does he have? Ooh, King of Hearts. What enters the barn stays in the barn.
this guy we got from Reign of Terror. Always looking out for used stuff.
That's really awesome. Very meaty. I like the little party hat on top of it.
Yeah, this room we're gonna have my old time Halloween music playing. This is cardboard.
Did you make that?
We made it with it was a make and take for cow hunts that we made.
Oh,
And
that's
it's,
cool.
Cardboard, and has like a night light in there so it lights up. And I got some computer speakers I got from the thrift store.
That's awesome.
With just old MP3 player.
Is that like a Gatorade cap? And
Yeah,
like for
these are just Gatorade caps with some. We actually made those little emblems out of hot glue and little molds.
That's awesome.
Yeah, these are thrift store pictures that we modified, and so we kind of this year we tied these in with our backstory. So
Okay.
that's him.
Ooh. Jute netting. You got some camo netting.
Garage sale. I've made these skulls. I bought a mold from Nightmare Maker, so we've made a whole bunch of skulls.
Oh, that's cool. You just used some spray foam to fill them, or did you?
This is that fence post foam, and we also use the 2-part Reynolds foam, so you can get quite a bit out of, like a gallon. You can make probably like 30-40 skulls.
That's great.
Yeah, you can make quite a bit of skulls.
Like a 2-part mix.
2-part
type
mix,
thing? And then it goes.
expands, it's silicone mold, and they pop right out, and they come out really cool.
Ooh, what's this little pumpkin man?
Yeah, These guys found on Craigslist. They're silicone.
Man, you found a lot of fun things on Craigslist.
Yeah, we're kind of on there every morning.
We only find like free wood on Craigslist. We never see any of these little bodies and stuff. That's crazy. Because you have the farm thing going on. I like how you incorporated, you know, pallets and just looks like scrap wood and put it together.
These are 1x3s I had laying around, and fence boards, and some leftover garden fencing that I had. So. Yeah.
You just took stuff out of the backyard.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And with the light coming through and the camo netting, it looks really good.
Yeah.
And it's
well, Tim, the way you have it all dressed, like set dressed and stuff, it's awesome. I mean, you have tons of stuff. I love the overhead things. Just when you're surrounded by all kinds of stuff, it really does add to the scare factor of like what's hiding behind this corner.
We made these. This is just cardboard tubes.
Oh wow! I thought that was metal at first.
These are metal tin cans. The cutoff wheel, you know, they actually give a pretty cool effect.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
All right, I'm scoping it out right here with all these pumpkins, but I noticed that this looks like those like romantic ambiance setting backyard lights, right?
Right.
That's basically what it looks like.
Yeah, from Costco.
Yes, Costco.
And they're actually the ones that change color.
Oh,
So
nice.
they're like red, the RGB, and they actually have purple, and so you can change them. Come in here and change them
That is
until
so
you get what you want.
awesome.
And yeah, they will actually work, and they're LEDs, so they.
And what a great idea. You just zip tied
Yep.
pumpkins. That's nice. The handle is perfect for that.
Yeah, it looks they glow really good with the light, and so.
And look, you've got your laundry hanging on it. Multiple uses. I love that.
Wigs. This is, I don't know, this is a tail from a costume. This was actually a wine bottle thing.
The wine bottle had a fur coat.
Yeah. So yeah, these are the skulls that we make out of the molds.
Okay.
They're just a two-part foam. So they're not the rigid foam. You can cut and shape them to whatever. I got a bandsaw on the back, so you can cut them in half and, you know, flat back them or.
Oh, nice.
Jaws off. Yeah.
That's great. Like, is that like a lot of my plaster skulls? That's the bad thing about them is like
Right.
I'm trying to grind off like the back of them, and
yeah,
they're just.
the foam ones are great, and they're super light. You can screw through them.
They have a farmer's market. Cutting utensils, grass-fed rabbit, deer, horses, wild boar, and Groucho Marx. Ew. Sick.
Leo's
Now-
troughs out of scrap.
Leo's
Will you
trough.
tell us what you're gonna do?
Yeah.
You just told me you were gonna get a special treat and put it in there, but pretend it's something. Can you tell us what you're gonna do?
Putting fruit roll-ups in there.
Fruit roll-ups, you guys! What a great idea!
Fruit
Put them in
roll-ups?
and treating them like intestines. That's a fantastic idea. Did you think of that all by yourself? You did? That's so great. What a good idea. Okay, you guys, fruit roll-ups for intestines, and you get a tasty treat all night long.
I remember your intestines from a couple years ago. That was scary. This reminds me of college when I would just make spaghetti noodles and then cover it with free ketchup from McDonald's.
All right, Leo, I see you've got some bucket of guts right here. Whoa. Like, how did you come up with this idea? How did you create this?
We saw a picture of it on Facebook.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, and we wanted to make one.
Nice. And what did you make it out of?
Recycling great stuff in an old bucket.
Cool. And then you just painted it red, huh? I love it. It looks like really gross spaghetti. And did you make this one as well?
No, that's my dad.
Nice. So this looks like this is that fabric batting that you will use in like your couch or upholstery or something like that. But I love it because not only does it give it like a really cool look, but it's really lightweight, and of course, you know, the stuff is really easy to attach. And then you just spread it out and looks like he just stapled them all in there. What a great idea.
What kind of lighting do you, is this just
Those are- Those are, I bought, they're RGB,
LED.
off of Amazon. They're remote control. They can flash, fade them, all different colors. They're
Okay.
like $14 on Amazon. And you turn them off and turn them on. They keep the memory, so you don't have to reset them every time. And you can dim them, light them, make them bright, flash. They're actually pretty cool. That's what I use almost for everything. You know, wherever you want lighting, you can go through the haunt and change the colors. and change the brightness of them until you're happy with what you got, and then you
That's
unplug everything,
awesome.
turn them on, and it keeps the settings. So you don't
Yeah,
have
the fact that they dim, that's really
they're
cool.
pretty cool.
Did you make this like
This?
screen mesh?
Yeah,
It almost
it's
looks.
another. Last year we used this. We had a actor behind us so you could see who was coming in.
Now, what about this thing?
I got those actually. Rain and Terror Haunt was
Man!
had a garage sale, and we went and picked up, I think, 14 walls for $100.
Wow.
And so that's what that is. So
That's
once
a great
we built
deal.
after the win, we were kind of putting stuff together. So that'll work here. This will work here. And
Yeah, you just have different size walls. They look like they came from different places. This one almost looks like it has some kind of a paint or stucco
that's some kind of
texture on there.
I don't even know where it comes.
Ugh. This is a scary room. There's one big saw blade.
In here, this is actually the shade cloth. Someone was giving them away on next door, so we went and picked them up because with the white ceiling, it was super bright in here and it didn't really look right. So we just strung those up and I lowered the ceiling a little bit, and it keeps it a little bit more intimate in here.
Is this the carport or is
Yeah,
this?
this is a carport.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we got this
Just
without
a scrap
from Dapper Cadaver was one of their throwaway
We
pieces
put
because when
that
they
on.
pulled the mold, the face ripped off.
Oh.
And so we, with latex and cotton, we kind of morphed the skull into the foam, and then we kept the face.
Do you get quite a bit of a little discount when he has the little reject parts?
Sometimes we'll go buy that. They used to like give them away for pretty cheap, but now I think they
People are catching on to it. They're like,
I think he makes stuff out of them now, which makes sense.
That's one of those lights, and then you
Yeah.
also have one of those
Fire and ice.
yeah, fire and ice lights.
This is just more of the skulls that we made, and just great stuff smeared on there.
Great stuff. We use a lot of it.
It's good stuff, isn't it? And then do you just paint?
Yeah, all it is paint on there, and I actually used some wood stain that we had and kind of dripped it on there and give us some dark areas.
This kind of reminds me of Beetlejuice. The size of this hook. Dang. Where did you find this? Is it an emergency
The
vehicle?
gurney,
Someone in Cal Hans works for.
we actually got them for free. They were clearing out a warehouse, and they were getting rid of them, so we came up on these two.
Was there a bunch of them there?
There was two.
Wow.
2 or 3, yeah.
Would you like a leg or a thigh? Ew. Nasty. This is like the scene to Braveheart. Freedom. See if he wakes up. Nothing. Sorry, buddy. Looks like you're next.
These same guys, Craigslist finds. I don't know. They were screen used on something, but I don't know. But
Well, like I said, it's pretty. I'm impressed just by your Craigslist finds. I mean, the kind of props that you can get.
on there every day. I'm telling you. I didn't think these weren't even listed under Halloween. They were under like movie bodies or something, and I was like, oh, score,
That is awesome. I guess I better start looking. You don't want to tell everybody your secrets though now.
Running out of room.
Check this out. This is a can,
Paper.
and it's got some gaff tape around it. But what's inside of it?
Nuts and bolts.
And what do you do with it? You scare people, right, when they come through? And you've got a big one, and you've got a small one. And this is just like from a can of soup or something? That is great. What an easy scare. I love it. Now, is this just from the rocks being inside that it's bumped
just
out like that?
Yeah, both sides. Yeah,
That is awesome. What a great idea. I think we're going to have to do that.
This is just the oil diffusers. I think they're for
Essential
like
oil.
$8 on Amazon, and we bought one of the fog scents from Fog It Up, and actually this one's got charred corpse in it.
Ooh, yum.
And it actually works really well. You don't have to put it on any of your props, and this, you know, it smells up the room pretty well, but when it's done, it dissipates, so it doesn't, you don't have that scent lingering on your props or anything.
That is a genius idea. I love that. And you can get those pretty much anywhere. And like you said, order it on Amazon. It'll be here in 2 days.
Yep.
Perfect time for Halloween.
Absolutely.
All right, you guys, this medical table is actually a workbench from Harbor Freight. That is great because you can't even tell when your actor's in front of here. Oh, look at the top of this too. I mean, that is perfect. What a great idea. I'm going to say that like a million times. Everything's fantastic. So there's little shot bottles right there, and they've got little labels on them, but what a great idea to make it look like medicine bottles. And then there's some plastic tubing that's just going in and out. Just the little details that you just add. This is fantastic, you guys. Is that a gold pan right there? A couple of gold pans?
Yeah.
Yeah, last year he was banging it too much.
Yeah.
Got some safety in the haunt. That's a good thing. I guess they don't like the fish here. Now, did you make all this slat? This is just, it looks like pallets.
Got from Rain and Terror. So they were,
Wow.
yeah, so they were getting rid of all these walls.
This was already attached on there
all that
too,
stuff
huh?
was there.
Now, how long does it take you to set up?
We started
September 24th?
September 24th, and we've been, well, like, it got blown down, and then we set it up again, but for the most part, it's like a month, a little over a month.
Okay.
And today we're open tonight, and we're still doing finishing touches, you know, stuff that
Oh, yeah.
hanging these guys up because we didn't want to squeeze through here
Yep.
all month getting into the house, so we're probably going to do some webcasting
These are
in
from
a
House
little
of a
while.
Thousand Corpses.
Cool.
Yeah. Actually, a family friend just happened to have them and got them for, you know, a song.
Did this one too, huh?
Yeah, these are.
That is awesome. That's a fake one? Well, I'm glad.
Yeah.
There's no real corpses at the farm.
These are we got a pneumatic on the other side, and this is the exhaust. So as it's a little air burst coming out of here
Like a
and
really
here.
big airburst.
Yeah, so
That's cool.
yeah.
I thought you were smoking on a little
I
black
know,
cigarette or
right?
something. Whoa! You got the horse from?
I borrowed it from Diane and Preston.
That's
They weren't going to
awesome.
use it this year. Yeah, so borrowed that from Rotten Apple. You know, they borrowed some of our stuff, so we're always swapping. You know, it's nice to know other haunters. If they're not using stuff one year, you know, you're not using stuff, it's always good to trade. I put everything in one of these Harbor Freight toolboxes. Regulator, solenoid, power strip, and a little timer. It's all self-contained, somewhat
That is
waterproof.
awesome.
And so, yeah, when it's all done, I just unplug it, put it away, and it's ready for next year. The timer was provided by Derek. He had a SoCal Valley Honor meeting, and he was showing how to program those. But yeah, I put this all together.
That's great.
Yeah, and actually it's super easy because it's plugging in and it's done.
How did you make those, Leo?
Well, that body is one of these.
Oh. Did you just rip the head off of it and put that pumpkin on there?
Trick or treat basket, and I just painted
Ooh,
stuck
good
the sticks
jobs.
in.
that pumpkin looks like it's been in the sun a long time.
Yeah. The corn stalks, we grew them in the backyard. Bought seeds 3-4 months ago, you know, and so.
That's awesome.
Because they charge so much of like the
Oh,
pumpkin
I
patches,
know.
and so we figured we have a strip of dirt, we grew them, and it cost like a couple bucks.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a great
Yeah,
idea.
it was all covered, but the wind
Took that too? Your neighbor has it now.
Yeah, right.
What about that facade right there?
This was a Cal Haunts facade 3 years ago.
Okay.
And so it's kind of made its way through people through Cal Haunts, and so now it's here. That section right here was intended to be a second story for the Victorian house facade, but once after we
But
built
once
it,
we put that up
the
there,
footprint is so small, and thank God with the winds that we recently had, probably would have been a disaster. So instead of putting it on top,
Yeah.
we kind of put it
Preston
as
had
a side.
Preston had an
Preston,
idea.
yeah, Myers came over to go, and he put it here, and then we're gonna have a projection
of
coming.
like ghosts trying to get
Yeah,
out.
coming from behind there, so that'll be going. So we changed it up a little bit, put the Norton Farms sticker, and the roof used to be taller. We cut it down with the intentions of putting that second story in, but it wasn't a good idea.
Yeah.
But,
They used to have like a window and stuff up there.
and so inside there we got, that's a monitor that has the changing portraits, sheet rocks, changing portrait. That inside there was like from the Haunted Mansion. That's the ship that changes from the ghost ship to the regular ship. That changes back and forth, and that was a make and take that we did earlier this year.
Did you make this prop or did you buy it?
I made the mechanism to rock it.
No, that you just have a like an effects DVD player hooked
Just
to
a
this.
regular DVD player playing the Atmos effects.
Okay.
And I built that around a TV a couple years ago that we weren't using, so it's,
That's cool. It looks like you just used some scrap framing.
yeah,
And yeah, but it I mean for nighttime, huh? That's actually a really good idea to use some short scraps up.
These are laser fingers, like for kids.
Okay.
They're LED and they're super bright.
Awesome. Where do you get those, Tim?
I got these Amazon. I got these yesterday at Cost Plus World Market, and you turn them on. They'll last for hours. And put them. I throw them like inside the coffin here, and actually 2 of these will illuminate that coffin enough, and they're like 50 cents.
And they're super small. You can put them in a
Right, and
Ziploc
then-
bag. And
That's
And then I got
awesome.
one, a green one that I'm gonna mount here, and it actually illuminates this whole table just enough to where you can see what's there.
That's
Yeah,
perfect.
and so they're, you know.
And once they run out of batteries, you just chuck
awesome.
them.
And you can buy them on Amazon in bulk for super cheap.
That's a really good idea. I like it because it's just barely enough
it's
light.
Just enough light, and you don't have to plug them in. You know.
That's a really good idea. Whoa. Now, did you build this whole thing?
Yeah, this was.
Our very, very first one.
Yeah, we built the shack. We built probably 3-4 years ago.
Okay.
And the porch, actually, someone was giving away these platforms on Craigslist, and so I got these platforms and built the porch on it, and then another score on the metal roof. Someone giving that stuff away.
Craigslist.
That's awesome.
So that's, yeah.
Was it already all old and aged?
Yep.
You didn't even have to worry
I didn't
about.
have to do anything, just secure it down.
Yeah. So I know trying to like rust galvanized metal roofing's
right, yeah,
kind of a
he had-
pain
he's like,
sometimes.
you want this for your haunt? I'm like, yep. And so being that it's all not corrugated, it kind of just sits, and you can slide it to the right size and just self-tapping screws and
That's awesome. I love how people are starting to like contact you and say, "Hey, you want this
And
stuff?"
same with all this fence. A friend of mine lives down the street. He's, hey, my landlord's gonna tear down this fence. It's all patinaed and peeling. Do you want it? And he said, yeah. So I went down with the saws. All I had to do was cut the panels out, take them, and left the post because they were tearing it down anyway. So
That is
yeah,
awesome.
so this didn't have to do anything to because the paint's peeling and it looks good. Now the hay bales, my friends have horses.
They live on a farm.
And so every year we go and pick them up, and they let us borrow them for a month, and we bring them back when we're done.
Where did you get those?
My dad build. I'm building a 31 Chevy. He's got a Model A, and so between me and him, we've got old car parts laying around, and they work great for props.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the set dressing that you have here is, like I said, it's really cool because the more stuff that you have to look at, it's like it's a way to sucker them in. Then you come in from the side and give them a little scare.
My dad made this one.
He did. What's that made out of? Is that paper mache?
Paper mache and paper clay.
Wow. It almost looks like it's like ceramic.
We thought it was gonna turn out like really bad because of his back. We
Okay.
thought it was gonna turn out like a shell,
Uh-huh.
but it turned out. And we
Yeah.
made that one right there.
Are you still being a scare actor in here?
Yeah.
You still having fun doing it?
Yeah. Last year was my first year. I had a lot of fun.
What do you hang on this right here?
It's a swing for the kids.
Oh, okay. All right. I was like, dang, there's got to be some crazy prop or something that's
No,
gonna.
it's way overbuilt.
Hey, if it's for the kids,
what happens is he puts some bungee cords around it and hides down there, and he's like a zombie clown that goes.
Tim on a bungee cord. Oh, that's funny.
That's good ideas.
Yeah, I was like,
He's like, I'm not enough, Dad. I could do that. Tim, thank you so much for taking the time to show us around your incredible, inspirational haunt. I love all the little DIY stuff you do. I love all the tips and tricks that you showed us. So you guys, please comment below on what you thought was most awesome. And if you're in Southern California, you can view this up until Halloween, right?
Right.
Walkthrough is going Saturday night and then on Halloween, correct?
actually, Saturday, Sunday night for the walkthrough and the yard display on Halloween.
There you go. So
Yeah.
hopefully this will be up in time for you guys to see it.
Awesome.
All right, guys. Bye.
Bye.
And the next time you find any great deals on Craigslist, let me know. Or like, yeah.
Huh.
I really wish they'd put a door on this thing. It's embarrassing.